Welcome to what could be my last video for the quarter. So now we're going to switch gears a little bit. So I'm actually in Restaurant Ops 138, 201, and you're going to come down, and what we're going to talk about today is the All-Star menu, how to create your All-Star menu. So hopefully completed your Excel project. Let me just bring that up here. So you should have your sales sheet done, your soup, small plate, salad, entree, dessert, beverage. And then you're going to submit that to me through Blackboard, and I will check your work. And the one thing that I like to do when I'm checking people's work, just so you know, and it's a good reference for you guys to know, is I'll come up to formulas, and I'll hit this thing, show formulas. And then if you notice, wherever there should be a formula, it tells me what that formula is. Sometimes students will just write in numbers there, and there's not a formula there, but there should be a formula there. This should be highlighted yellow too. But then you just go up here, click it off, and then it reverts back to the numbers. Otherwise, you can just click right on that cell and it'll tell you what the formula is. But when you submit your Excel projects to me, that's what I will do. I'll go up to the formulas, show formulas, and then I can just double check that you did do the work and just didn't write the numbers in. Not that you ever would do that, but you know, I gotta be me. Alright, so then what you're going to do is you're going to look at very last column and you're going to see what was the best selling item. So you're going to have a shrimp bisque on all your menus. And in other semesters, every week we used to change the shrimp bisque. It would be, maybe Cajun style, with a shrimp tempura or whatever. You guys, we pretty much kept the same bisque. So it's just going to be a shrimp bisque. And then you're going to go through and what were the other top selling soups. So red pepper was a 6. You got an 8 for the consomme. Roasted red pepper would go on your all-star menu. The consomme would go on an all-star menu. Probably the red lentil. I think that's the next one. So really you're just going through and seeing what the percentage of total customer count was. And I just want to explain this. I created the sheet for you just to kind of make sure I explain this well. This formula is G2, numbers sold, times M27, which is this factor, divided by total customer counts. And I just want to explain this just to make sure that you're clear. And I kind of set this up so this numbers are going to be a little bit different from yours. Actually, they're not, because this is a separate sheet. So I created 336699. So numbers sold is 6, 12, and 18. And then you can see here 20% of your customers bought the soup, 40%, and then 60%. And that synchronizes with that numbers. And then it goes by the max factor number that we're kind of playing with. And that is, so what you're trying to figure out is you sold X amount of soups each week, but we had a different customer count each week. We had 30, 31. Nope. Sorry about that. See, even I make multiple mistakes. So 61. And the highest number was 73. So I use those as our two examples. So we've got week 1, customer count was 30. Week 5, customer count was 73. And then to get these factors, you're always looking for, it's this number divided by the highest customer count, the top selling week, which was 73. 30 divided by 73 is 2.433. 73 divided by 73 is 1. So the top selling week, the week that you sold the most customers, 1. But then to make this equal 73, you're going to divide it by 73, which gives you that factor. And then on all these numbers, you're going to times it by the factor for that week, so that evens it out to these percentages. So that's really, that way, if one week you serve 100 people and next week you sell 500 people, obviously you're going to sell more soups when you serve 500 people, but what was the percentage of customers that actually bought that particular soup? So that's what that factor is. It kind of doesn't matter how many people you serve each week, that factor will even it out. I hope that helped a little bit. So you're going to take these numbers and what was the top selling soup, small plate. Again, small plates, normally they change every week, but since we had a smaller group, you kept the same small plates, so that's going to be a pretty easy one. Same with the salads. Entrees, we used to switch up chicken, steak, and seafood with different preps, different sauces, but for the most part, you guys stayed pretty much the same. So you're going to look at what was the best selling other item, between the brisket, the pork, the lamb, the short ribs, duck, and obviously the lobster sold pretty well, 17%. So you're going to look through the menu, your Excel sheet, to see what were the top selling menu items. And then I'll just minimize this. And then you're going to go to the papers and menu. Maybe. And hopefully you've turned in both your papers, your beverage alcohol paper and your beverage non-alcoholic paper. Just FYI. For each of the weeks, I gave you a menu. So here's the one for February 5th, February 11th, 19th, 25th, March 3rd. So if you need the menu description for the lentil soup, you just click on that menu and you can copy and paste it. And what I would do is just look at which of these menus contains the most top sellers, use that menu as your base menu, and then just cut and paste in the odd soups or entrees into it. So just find the menu that has the most top sellers on it to begin with, and then just cut and paste into it. Up here is just an example of what you're kind of looking for. So you're going to have a bisque, and then what were the 3 top selling soups. Small plates are going to be the same. The salads are going to be the same. And then for your large plates, you're going to put in your top selling specials. And you could throw in a couple, fish, chicken, steak that we normally serve every week. What were the top selling desserts? That's it. Save it as your all-star menu and submit that to who over what. Blackboard. All right, I think that's it. If you guys have made it this far, pat yourself on the back. Go get a soda or something cold. And again, if you have any questions, you can always submit a menu to me, and I can take a look at it. And if not quite right, we can redo it. And I think May 20th have this submitted to me. So with that, thanks you guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the videos, watching them as much as I've had making them. Talk to you later. Bye.